Hi, I'm Jeff Lutz. I'm with Bee Best Bee Removal. I'm in downtown San Diego, and we're going to be going into a county supervisors meeting today to discuss the current bee ordinances regarding the safe distances of beekeeping.
The ordinance proposal today will allow hobbyists and commercial beekeepers more flexibility and likely benefit gardeners with increased backyard fruit and vegetable production. The Bureau expressed concerns for outdoor worker safety and the possible increased number of beekeeper notifications for pesticide applications. Pest control operators of California were concerned that higher densities of hives would be a threat to outdoor workers and could pose additional liability issues for the accidental exposure of pesticides to hobbyist beehives. They do not agree with all of the sensitive site distances. Commercial beekeepers are concerned about public safety, the spread of bee pests, and the possible negative publicity from stinging incidents. They support using county-owned properties for beekeeping.
The commercial beekeepers in the San Diego Beekeeping Society was quite involved. I agree with 2 out of the 3 tiers. My personal opinion is the tier 2, where it's 2 acres with up to 20 hives. I personally feel that we should allow hobby beekeepers with only 2 hives per yard, as long as they're under compliance, best management practices. I think it should be that in tier 3. Tier 2, I just think there's too many laws, regulations, it gets too complicated.
Pretty much what, like Alan said, we need to be very careful about raising beehive density and lowering distances. There's a problem that somebody does get stung, we're the ones going to pay. The hobbyists, that's just a hobby, but it's our livelihood, so we need to be very careful with this issue. Thank you.
Good morning, supervisors. I'm here representing the San Diego County Beekeeping Association. We believe that this ordinance will actually move us into a much safer position with regard to the Africanized bees, because you will have registration, and the San Diego Beekeeping Association absolutely supports of the best management practices, along with all of the others. We believe that with a healthy, viable population of docile domestic bees, we continue to see that the aggressive traits will be diluted.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you very much.
The problem with that is if you take 600 feet anywhere in the county, I don't care where you're at, there's nowhere in the metro San Diego area where you can put hive boxes and have 600 feet from property lines, because if you do the math on that, which is 2.5 football fields, and even if they reduce it from the current 600 feet ruling between easements and roadways and sidewalks, at 300 feet, it's 14 acres. And even at 14 acres, you're still talking a football field and a quarter. If they want to work on relaxing the distance between property lines, well then let's implement a program where people have an availability to go get the queens to do the BMPs. Make it easy for them to do best management practices. And the way you do that is you have a program set up where people who want to do this, you say, look, here's the things you're going to need to do if you really want to take this serious. You need to register your box on a yearly basis. We need to know how many boxes. We will provide the queens when you need them. There's a small fee. It's $20 per queen. We recommend that you requeen at least once every 6 months. And it could happen. I think it all needs to come together in a way where the county needs to make the program where it's easy to follow the guidelines. I think it's going to allow them to find spaces where they can legally put the hives, and it will help them be in compliance. And I think a lot of companies who are not offering live removal will now be able to offer live removal. Actually, it was one of the major hurdles that we came across over the last 15, 20 years, because as developments happened in San Diego, there's less and less land to keep bees. If the county and the beekeeping society and the pest control companies implement the things that have been put forth to help turn this thing around and make it safer to keep bees in the county, it's going to benefit everyone. It's going to benefit the small farmers who have, an acre or more of land that need bees, the backyard beekeepers in the city that, want to have a couple of hives on their property. Everyone benefits from it. And even the people who are not involved in it benefit, because if these people are doing the best management practices, there's going to be less chance for the African bees to get a stronghold in the county. Most people just go ahead and eliminate the bees instead of trying to do live removal. If you make it too hard for them to do live, they're just not going to do it. They're going to continue to spray and kill all the bees. And the problem that we have in the county with the bee populations, we need to do something to turn it around, and that is working with people, working with the public, educating them, outreaching, properly maintaining the hives, and getting the community involved in the safe beekeeping in the county where everyone benefits. I think that they should try to get in line with some of these other smaller groups who specialize in live removal, such as the San Diego Beekeeping Society, and the people that are connected with that who will do live swarm capture and even go out and remove hives live whenever it's safe to do so. I think it would be beneficial to everyone. I get some people, they tell me flat out they won't hire us if these bees are not going to be saved. And, there's people out there understand the importance of saving these honeybees, and me included, and all the members of the Beekeeping Society. And I think the County of San Diego is starting to realize, too, that we need to do something to help make it possible for people to keep bees and be legal with the ordinance so that they can keep bees.